we're gonna get up a little bit of a video here tonight on this rye cutting. I just made that short for John a couple of minutes ago. I will zoom that out. A lot of this field got a lot of rye. It's a darn shame it's too old. It's in dough stage. But we're just motoring along. We're going to make this corner here. Not the easiest corner. Yeah, there's some wet up against the pasture. I just cut off. I was spinning even. This up here will bale just fine. This little thinner spot right here, that's one of those old waterways. It's good in there. Coming back to that corner, now that thin spot in the corner here, we'll just round it off. Yeah, there's still those little bit of a low spots in here. Some kind of weird weeds, I don't even know what those are. But there's a little quack grass over here on this side too. That'll make a bale. Got in there. I think we're just going to go back to straight hay with this. I don't even think I'm going to put any oats in here. As long as I can get it made, I'm going to have, I'm guessing 2 times the feed I need or more. I'll go a few more rounds here, get something laid down, and we'll take another look at this. Yelling at this camera. I know it works, but the sound's not the best. Well, I took a clip right where I was finishing up at the end there, but somehow it's sideways and I don't know what it did. This was pretty good in here. Too bad it's so old, but it's it's in the neighborhood of dough stage. It's kind of erratic, but whatever. So they're talking this rain tomorrow, maybe 3-4 o'clock, so I don't know, we'll see. I don't know how fast this is gonna. We'll give it a few hours here and see how it's wilting up, but I mean, it's drier than, there's a lot of stem. Those stems will hold moisture. And I have no intention of raking it. I mean, that's a pretty good swath to be picking up, so unless I have to rake it, if the bottom's so wet. But I got a feeling the top will get a little bit crispy by tomorrow afternoon and the bottom will be fine, and I think it'll come out good. As stemmy as it is, we're going to have to try to pack it pretty tight, I think. See what kind of fermentation we can get. I had a thought, if I don't get around to there's more understory than I've ever seen under rye. There's a bunch of clover in here. There's I don't know, various grass. There's quite a bit of quack grass over there. But those uncut parts, a spot that didn't get seeded over there because it's too wet, and I could just shoot a fence across here, and if it sits here for a few weeks and starts growing back, I don't get around to doing anything with it. I'm probably not going to plant it till later in August anyway. Get it up. I don't want it small hayseed burning up out here, if it ever gets to that. But plant it in August maybe. Let it get started, and cool grass growing weather, September, October, should establish itself all right. But yeah, if it grows back, I'd run a fence across this thing quick, and I wouldn't have to do all that much. Come across from the panels there and run it right over there and right back to the fence in the corner there. That wouldn't be nothing. Put T-posts and step-ins and run 2 strands of poly wire on it. That aluminum conductor poly wire, it don't last, but it sure is easy to work with compared to the stainless stuff. So there's a rye field. I have no idea how many bales we're gonna get here. I'm gonna try not to, or try to keep them wet enough, tight enough, and small enough. 50 inches, 52, something like that. So yeah, we'll see what this weather does. Maybe that chance will go away. Maybe I got to rush to get home tomorrow and go early and come home early. If I got to do that, I'll do that. So maybe there'll be some baling and wrapping tomorrow. All right, well, I jabbered on long enough. Like and subscribe. Some kind of feed has been started here. Well, it's been laying here for about 4.5 hours or so. The sun is an hour from setting. Long shadows already. Yeah, I mean, this is gonna get pretty heavy dew on it tonight, I'm sure. But I don't think I can let it afford to lay here too long. I mean, I know the stems are gonna hold me a bunch of moisture, but I always bale the rye too dry. So that's what we're gonna do. I just greased and oiled the baler and ran it, and I gotta get a gauge for the pressure. I don't have a gauge here. Mine went kaput. So I'm not gonna get one of those slapped in before I should bale tomorrow. So I'll get this baled up, and I'll have to get a gauge for it. Well, we'll do it by feel. All right, thanks again, everyone.